Hi there friends, I'm Matt, and I'm obsessed with finding my reason for being born. This is me sharing my journey along the way, along with the lessons that I learned with whomever wants to join. Today, on day 20 of my 100 Days of Gratefulness, I am grateful for plungers. Those beautiful, beautiful tools that help us unclog our toilets. And here's why. This morning I woke up a little bit groggy, but I was woken up mentally pretty quickly whenever the toilet ended up clogging with my morning visit there. For whatever reason, I decided that I would try to do this without a plunger, and so without getting too graphic, I definitely reached into the toilet to try to fix it. It got to be a mess and all of that. It was a pretty disgusting ordeal overall. And while I was sitting there, taking a glass and moving the water away from the toilet so that it would stop overflowing, I thought to myself at one point, wow, what kind of life am I living today? And you know, when reflecting on it, it's a pretty blessed life because I knew that that was going to be the most inconvenient part of my day. I knew that that was going to be the quote unquote worst thing that would end up happening to me. I don't think that this was actually necessary there, but let's keep going. Knowing that's going to be the biggest inconvenience that I'm going to face is something to really be thankful for. Knowing that people are dealing with real hardship and real strife and real things in their life that are actually at some point life and death. And so for that, this ends up just being a funny story. It's something where I get to test and to see, am I just comfortable even in those situations that are not that comfortable? Because at the end of the day, what do I have to do? All I have to do is I have to go to the sink and I have to wash my hands with the clean water that is coming out of there, which unfortunately many are not blessed to be able to have. And so that's it for today. Today, I am grateful for that plunger, that one tool that was there that completely gets me out of this jam that I am in. Something so simple makes it so that the biggest inconvenience of my day is gone in a matter of minutes. And it's keeping this perspective with that. That's been a theme throughout these first 20 days, and I think is going to continue for the next 80, is that so much of life, the difficulties or the things that we complain about, the things that really get into our head and can end up ruining our days, a lot of those come up because we don't keep proper perspective. A lot of those come up because we don't remember what all humans are going through today and have gone through throughout their entire lives, or throughout the entire history of man, I should say. Because it's not necessarily easy living in the world. It's not easy to be a human, but we shouldn't make it harder on ourselves by making these mental blocks. We shouldn't make it harder on ourselves by looking at ourselves as victims. Instead, I think it's a lot more empowering to take each of the things that happens to us as that opportunity to be able to learn a little bit something, whether about ourselves or about the world around us and the life that we live. So for me, I am grateful today to be able to have the plunger that got me out of it, but maybe even also for the situation that I had this morning. That perspective, because you know what? It also helped me where I knew that I had literally touched feces in the morning. Nothing anybody was going to be able to say to me throughout the course of the day was really going to get to rattle me. And that's something that I'm definitely going to be taking with me moving forward. So for you, what are those things that you are grateful, those little things? Maybe it was a disgusting experience like what I had this morning, or it's something else where can you change the way that you look at it and have a little bit of a laugh? Look at it from a more humorous perspective, especially whenever it's not something that is life or death. I think bringing that lightness into our lives not only enhances our lives, but every single person with whom we will interact later on in that day as well. So until we meet again tomorrow, I'm wishing you an incredibly blessed day today, sending you lots and lots of love, my friends. Sorry for that super loud car that just went by. So for me and Oatly, who's right here, me and Oatly, we say goodbye now.